Well, good day everyone, it's Graham from Great Off-Road Adventures and welcome back to another episode. Now, before episode 5 rolls out, I just want to quickly say thank you to all of you that have been watching, commenting, liking on all of Rocks to Reefs Season 2. As a result of all your guys' interactions and all of you watching the videos last fortnight when episode 4 came out, Great Off-Road Adventures, Jess and I, we were placed as the YouTube creator on the rise. What that means is that we were placed at the top of the trending tab for the day, and we had obviously a lot of exposure to the channel and a lot of new people join and just get access to our content they wouldn't normally come across. So as a result of all of you that have been watching, commenting and enjoying Rocks to Reefs Season 2, that gave Jess and I an opportunity to get a whole heap of exposure that we otherwise wouldn't. And so we just wanted to say thank you to all of you. And of course, we're coming up towards the end of this Rocks to Reef season or series. And so as a result, I want to open up the comment section for all you guys to ask questions. So if you got questions about the car, the trailer, fuel economy, trip planning, how we plan the trip, anything like that, drop them in the comments below. Obviously you've got this episode, you've also got the next episode. You can go back to any of the first few episodes and ask your questions there as well. There's already been a heap of really good ones, and that's why we want to do this. Jess and I will go through all the comments, we'll read through them, and we will answer as many questions as we can in like a wrap-up style video at the end of the series. So keep an eye out for that. Drop your comments in the comments below, and yeah, let's roll on episode 5. Cheers. Well, it was such a peaceful camp at Mooka Creek last night. It is without a doubt now one of my all-time favourite campsites in the whole of Western Australia. If you're up this way, make sure you stop in and check it out. Well, we've just left camp. We're literally maybe a kilometre away, and there's a mine here. Now I believe it's still active. There's still some machinery around. It's not like a big hole in the ground style mine. It's obviously just a 1 or 2 man band. What they're mining is this red stuff that I've got here in my hand. It's called Mookerite. I'll have to get some information on how it's formed and what it's used for. But yeah, it's interesting that right on a national park, they've got permission to mine this stuff here in the creek, like in the water course. So yeah, pretty interesting. It's obviously important, or it's used for something, that they're able to do it. But yeah, there you go. So it's formed in the rocks. So I'll show you some close-ups what it's like. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not used, I don't believe, for any jewelry or rare metal or anything like that. I think it serves another purpose, but I'll find out and I'll let you know anyway. Well, from Mooka Creek, it was time for us to jump back on the tracks and continue heading south. We had about 45 minutes of tracks to do from Mooka Creek down to the main road, and that included the big crossing of the Gascoigne River. Now obviously with our time constraints of needing to get to Carnarvon to resupply and then head on south, we needed to keep moving and hopefully not have any issues. Fortunately, as you can see, the track was in pretty good condition. We were also blessed with some stunning views, especially this section here as we come towards the Gascoigne River. You drop down off of this high ground. From the top of this plateau, you've got this stunning view as you drop down. It really is awesome. And that sort of tree line that you can see in the distance, that's pretty much the edges of the Gascoigne River. I've got to be honest, I was a little bit nervous pulling up down here looking at that vast expanse of river that we had to cross. Granted, it was predominantly all dry sand, but there was very limited recovery options, and we honestly had not seen a car the entire time we're up here at the Kennedys. So if we're going to get into strife now, you know, we could have been waiting here for some time to get help. You'll notice as I came down here, I actually decided to go through the water. The ground to the left there looks really soft, and the general rule of thumb and thinking is that where there's standing water like that, it's because the ground underneath it is rather firm, and so thus it's causing the water to pool on top. Decided to go straight through the water, and obviously didn't have any issues doing so. I know what you're all thinking, that I made Jess walk from the other side of the river across to this side because I didn't want to stop in the soft sand, but it was actually quite firm, so I stopped and let her hop in the car and then drove the rest of the crossing without any issues. Adventure. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really hope that it comes across well on the camera to all you guys. It's time to put air back in the tyres, make the dash into Carnarvon, grab some supplies, and then yeah, we're meeting up with family and friends at the Overlander, and the next leg of the adventure begins pretty much this afternoon. We got to drag the trailer out to the steep point. Tomorrow morning, hop on the barge to Dirk Hartog Island. I did say to you last time that I was there, Rocks to Reefs episode 8 I think, that I'd been to Steep Point a few times. I'd always looked at the island but never gotten there. Well, thanks to COVID pretty much, we're going to go to the island. Anyway, we'll see you on the road once I got the tyres pumped up, and we'll show it to you as we go. Well, a bit of info for you on our leg from Carnarvon out to the Kennedy Ranges and then back down to the Overlander Roadhouse. We did 770 kilometres and we used 177 litres of fuel. Now that works out to be 22.8 litres to the 100. And obviously that whole time we were doing, we're towing the camper. That was obviously towing it off-road through the Kennedys as well. So all that considered, pretty happy, to be honest. We sat on the speed limit and we overtook when we're on the highway. So yeah, we weren't nanny driving it or cruising along. We have had deadlines this trip. It is just our annual leave. So yeah, we've been keeping up with our deadlines. So yeah, not mucking around. So yeah, that's some honest feedback for you as to how it's going. The car has been performing flawlessly. I've been wrapped with it, and overall the whole setup, how we've got the drinks solely in the car with just the camp chairs and stuff and everything else in the trailer, has worked out really well for this trip. So yeah, I'll show you more of that as we go anyway. And yeah, I'll probably end up doing a bit of a walk around and covering exactly how we've done the layout and how we've done it all. All right, well, we've knocked over the worst of the, not the worst, of the best of the gravel on the useless loop road. We've gotten down to the salt evaporators and the entry station to the Overlander National Park, which is the section around Steep Point. So you can see that there on the map. This crossing section here is the crossing over salt evaporators, and obviously that's where the ocean comes in. So it's time now to let the tyres down. All that bit of the road's been really well maintained. We didn't have to let the tyres down. We're able to sit on a really comfortable speed, about 90 to 100k an hour, super smooth. But from here, I know in past experience, and it's just starting to happen. We're starting to get a few corrugations. The road's starting to get a bit more rougher. So let's do it. As you can see, picked up a few extra cars as well. So we've got Mike up the front with the white Ranger and trailer, and then we've got my parents-in-law in other 200 with the other Cape camper, and that's Damien and Nicole. So that's the convoy as it stands. We'll get some air out of our tyres and we'll go off of the gravel road and onto the tracks and head out to Steep Point. Bring it on, I say. We've got the fun stuff coming up. Crossing of the salt evaporators really marks the start of the adventure. Tyres are down. I went 16 front, 18 back and 16 trailer. It does get very sandy and bumpy on this next stretch, so it was wise just to go that little bit lower than what I've been.
The corner's looking a bit sad.
Wise to go a little bit lower than what I've been in the past this trip, just to make it a little bit easier for the car and the trailer. So yeah, should be good fun. We'll see how we go. Well, we've just gotten to the bottom of the big sand dunes, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we go. I think it'll be alright given what track conditions are like and how my experience from early in the trip, but let's go give it a shot. Figured I might as well start in low range, give ourselves the best chance. Well, you might have seen that sign on the right that recommends 20 psi tyre pressure. Without a trailer, that would probably be about right, but with the added weight of a trailer, you definitely have to go lower on your tyre pressures. And yeah, you'll see why shortly. Getting bouncy, but still got plenty of traction, so I just slowed it down.
That's true.
Them wombat holes. I remember.
All the big holes that Mike dug for us.
I know, isn't he kind? And I'm still trying to peel my head off the roof.
That's why I'm just crawling up at 10k an hour.
I was standing there last time round.
This next one is a bit, yeah, we'll see.
Still 80 is going backwards.
Are you going backwards there, Mike?
I am, mate.
Righto.
We gotta push him
Bloody
forward.
manuals.
Might as well wait down the bottom here in case he wants to.
I'll give you plenty of space if you want to back down, mate. If you've made it this far into the episode, guys, go down there, smash that subscribe button, enable the bell for notifications on future videos, and give us a thumbs up because you're obviously enjoying it.
This top in about here. Can't see him now.
If you stop back there, Damo, then you can tell us how he's going, give us the running commentary.
Yeah, mate, it's all good. Hang on a minute. I've just got to come back down a bit further so I can get a bit more of a run up. I think they call this gutter party.
I think so, mate. Yeah, I think you just reminded me I should get something cold out of the fridge. Well, it took Mike a couple goes before he got up and over this next dune. So as a result, I ended up hopping out the car, stretching the legs, getting a drink and talking a bit of shit. Anyway, it's soon time to get back on the tracks. Well, I'm just going to let these next few clips play through just to give you an idea of what it's really like climbing these dunes here, just so you can hear the load on the car and all of that, and you know, it's quite insightful in a way. made it up the couple sand dunes there that are just past the evaporator ponds. They really are, I guess, the gatekeepers of Steep Point. If you can get over them, then the rest of the track's just corrugations. So yeah, Mike with his Ranger had a couple stabs at it. His is a manual, so it's a bit different to drive than the autos. Damo and I with the autos just cruised up, but it's also V8 cruiser power. Nah, that's a shit stir. But to be honest, yeah, actually got up them easier than I thought. Could definitely have let more air out the tyres. That would have made it even easier again, but we got up, we didn't chew the track up. So yeah, all good. Now we just got the last 25 odd kilometres into Shelter Bay for the day, and then we're into camp tonight and on the barge tomorrow. Woo! Anyway, got a stunning view out the window, so I'll show you that, and I'll probably see you when we get to camp. Trying to add anything?
No, you always say everything.
Fine.
What's left to say? The sun's up, the water's blue.
No, you can say that you've seen all these flowers on the side of the road, you've been enjoying the drive, whatever. Right?
But I'm pretty sure they don't want to hear about flowers.
If you want to see all 200 plus images that we captured from this trip, make sure you jump on our Instagram at Great Off-Road Adventures and check them out.
And by then it was cold.
Well, camp is struck at Shelter Bay, as you can see. Got the water behind us, got the island in the background. We've met up with the rest of the group now, so we're actually jumping on the Midland four-wheel drive. It's not a tour, as say, but it's a group. Simon from Midland Four-Wheel Drive Centre, he organised for a group of four-wheel drivers, whoever wanted to go, but it was limited to a certain amount of numbers. First in, best dressed. Yeah, he organised the tour to, or yeah, I guess I call it a tour to Dirk Hartog Island. So I believe there's 14 cars, which is pretty much going to be our entire group for the whole island. I don't think there'll be many other people there. 7 of the cars went across this morning on the barge, and I think the other 7 are here tonight. So we're all set up, having a good chat. A lot of us know each other anyway. We're a fairly close-knit community. So we're all having a good yarn, having a chat, watching the sun go down. And you know what? I don't think it could be done in a better place. So yeah, made it out to Shelter Bay with no issues. Car towed like a dream. Towed the trailer up over those dunes really, actually quite easily. All set up, and it's time to go and relax. So I'll probably see you all tomorrow morning when we pack up and get the cars ready to go on the barge. So I'm looking forward to it. We are like this close now. You know, I said it to you last time when I was here that I really want to go to the island. We are so close to making it happen. I'm stoked. So anyway, leave yous there. We'll see you in the morning tomorrow. Well, it is 6:47 in the morning. That's 40 minutes from getting out of bed to getting ready for the day, packing some bathers and towels in the car, because traditionally we leave our clothes bags in the camper, having cereal, packing up the camper, hitching up and being able to drive off. So not too bad, all things considered. I don't think I've ever been any quicker than that, using a rooftop tent and also having to have cereal and all that stuff in the morning. I've been quicker when I've literally just had to fold up a tent, pack up a chair, throw it in the car and drive, because we're going to go and buy food or breakfast from somewhere. But with having to have brekkie and stuff, that's pretty good going. So yes, we are ready to go. Well, we're at least ready to go and hop on the barge. But yeah, car's ready and the trailers looked on, it's packed up. So I'm really looking forward to jumping on the barge, getting off safely on the other side without any issues, and getting onto the island and going and exploring it. So yeah, I think we're only a few minutes off the barge getting here now. So we'll show you that next. Well, with everyone safely on the island, it was time for us to head up to the Dirk Hartog Island homestead, where we set ourselves up a base camp for our time on the island. And from there, over the next few days, you'll see us go and explore the island, and we'll show you all the favourite parts and all the sights and sounds of Dirk Hartog Island. So that'll be in the next episode, or maybe the next 2 episodes. We'll see how they pan out. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching Great Off-Road Adventures. You know the deal, stay safe on the tracks and trails, and we'll see you out there one day.